Hello out there, and it is Wednesday, so welcome back to the Abomination Vault's Ruins of Gauntlight.
What's happening there?
What? I got distracted by the sunspot behind me. If you can see this weird, like, ghostly shape behind me, literally the sun is beaming into my room and destroying my green screen, so I apologize. However, for those of you... What?
Don't let the sun shine down on you.
Yeah, I could pull the curtains, but in like 10 minutes, it's going to be gone. So for those of you who are new to our stream or to our YouTube, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you've seen us before, welcome back. I'm your DM, or I'm your GM, DM, Steve. And I'm joined by fellow D&D veterans, Mike, Rick, Richard, and Nina, as we all take a journey and crit fumble our way through learning Pathfinder. Say hello, everyone.
Woo!
Hello, everyone.
Did you say
Howdy
crit fumble?
Yeah, we crit fumble our way through Pathfinder.
True.
I'm an expert. I don't know about you guys, so
Yeah. You've been consuming a lot of Pathfinder content in your downtime. I'm gonna take that as a no. Before we actually begin tonight, I want to do the usual tradition, which is calling out some of our YouTube comments that came this week. And actually, guys, for the first time since we've launched this show, we didn't get a bunch of comments calling out all the mistakes we made in the rules.
Hey! We're getting the hang of it.
Now, mainly it's because we spent the entire last session role playing and not actually
I was
fighting
going to say we had no combat.
Right. Yeah, we didn't have any combat or anything, right? So that was probably a big
go
part
win
of
is
it.
still a win.
Yeah.
True. That means we bought all our stuff correctly.
But I will say, David Sims did confirm that we did get all the rulings correct for all our diplomacies and perception rolls that we did during the session. So that's something.
Good.
So I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of us. The one small suggestion was for me, like I should, instead of like giving you guys bonuses and penalties to your rolls depending on circumstances, like I should probably adjust the DCs, because there are some edge case feats that allow you to like ignore penalties and bonuses. So in those cases, it's better to sort of call out, just adjust the DC instead, which makes sense. But yeah, we did all right. Good job, guys. The comment of the week goes again to Chad Hale, who seems to really be enjoying our show, and I appreciate the enthusiasm. But he gave like a little like overview of all the characters and what he thought of you guys. So this is what Chad Hale quoted: "Mukta has style. Clovis is the philosopher. Halarmony is the excellent musician, and New Lara is compassionate and strong. It takes real strength to be like that." So Chad really seems to enjoy your characters, guys.
Thanks, Chad.
Can't say I
thank you, Chad.
Likes this Chad.
Yeah, good job, Chad. And so, two things I wanted to follow up on from like last week. And actually, the first one I'm following up on is from 2 weeks ago. And that is when you guys were fighting that like blood siphon worm creature, that creepy worm. There's that awesome moment at the end with New Lara like in its jaws. Mukta was like dying, and New Lara like reached down and grabbed the trident like out of the worm to like get like the killing blow and stab it. And that was a really cool moment, And I love that Nina, you were leaning into the imagery and just like pulling the weapon out of it and kind of evoking that imagery, which took it kind of above and beyond the whole like I just roll to attack sort of thing. And so in those sort of like epic moments, I really should be rewarding hero points for things like that, because you start with a hero point, but you're supposed to earn hero points as you play. And I was so into the moment at the time that I didn't give a hero point for that. So what I want to do to rectify that is give you an extra hero point for tonight.
Yes, I can die twice tonight.
Let's go.
So take a second hero point for a New Lara in tonight's session to kind of reward that awesome moment in that game.
I can really take for us tonight now, guys.
That's the new that's the new thing. Just give hero points to New Lara to tank. So yeah, that was something I want to do, and I want to continue to do going forward. I know I've said that to you guys before, but in chat, if you guys see a moment you're like, that's a hero point worthy moment, call it out so I can reward the players, because I might miss it, and I really want to kind of reward hero points for those cool things. Okay. Secondly, like I really enjoyed like leaning into the role play like we did last week, and like advancing the story, not necessarily just going and killing stuff, but like talking to people, unraveling mysteries, and kind of following those like plot threads that I dangled in front of you like a fishing hook, and you guys kept, you know, biting along. But the system itself, you know, mainly rewards combat, right? You get experience points for defeating stuff, you get slight bonuses for completing quests, but just what we did last week, it was an awesome 3-hour fun trip. It just wasn't leaning into the experience for the system. And so because I don't feel like you guys should necessarily be penalized for taking time to learn more about the town and the story and stuff like that, I kind of wanted to make it a point to give you guys experience points for what you guys did last week when we have these sort of role play heavy sessions, depending on what you guys learn and what you guys unravel. So because of that, I want to give you guys all 50 experience points for last week's episode.
Ooh,
So you don't feel
nice.
that you missed
Thank
out on
you.
experience, right? I don't want you to feel that, you know, talking in town is like the wrong way to play. I want to embrace that.
Wow, 500 experience
thank you.
points. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
not bad. 500 experience points, right?
500.
500, yes.
We are
Yeah.
level 3.
Congratulations.
Definitely.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what I wanted to call out, at least to reward you guys last week. So yeah, that's really it. We don't have a lot to follow up on. If you at home want to shout out like David or Chad did tonight, make sure to check us out on YouTube, comment your thoughts, clarifications, suggestions, or apparently all the praise you have for us in the comment section. You can do it down below on YouTube or right up there on Twitch. And it helps give us fuel. Lastly, I am planning to do some DM facing videos around the Abomination Vault. So all my players, do not watch my stream. Do not watch my recordings. It's full of spoilers.
What time and date is it?
Well, it's
Okay,
going
so
to be-
watch this stream. Got it.
It's going to be streaming live, I believe, this week. I'm still trying to find like an actual time slot that I want to do consistently, but at least for this week, it's going to be Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, and then probably up on YouTube the next day. But anybody who watches this that is a DM that watches this for tips or kind of like to get exposure to the story and wants like to know behind the scenes, you should definitely check it out. This week in the first episode, I plan to take a look and give an overview of the entire adventure path. You know, part 1, Ruins of Gauntlight, part 2, Eyes of the Devil, and then part 3, oh man, I forget the name. It's something about like, I think it's like Hands of the Devils and Eyes Beyond the Grave or something like that. I should learn that before I do a stream about it, shouldn't I? Anyways,
so would you say that it's like an interactive stream wherein your viewers could ask you questions while you prepare?
yeah, if you are tuned in live, I'm going to have bullet points of stuff that I plan to cover, but I am absolutely really hoping for that back and forth with the audience. So whether you're
If we're in there,
DM,
we can ask like, how can we defeat this person and how do we get around it?
come in with like
Yes.
just a username that's slightly different than your current one.
If you see an
Oh,
account,
oh.
definitely not Mukta. Answer his
Definitely not.
questions.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yes.
XO player. That'll be my name coming in.
Yeah. So where would you say all the hidden treasure is, DM Steve? Yeah. So the first week is going to be more like what is the whole adventure path about? What are the main highlights from in the story that you're planning to do the whole thing, and kind of let people know like, should I run this? Am I interested in running something like this? Because they might not know about the adventure path before they start it. So that's really the first week, and then each week after that, I'll probably focus on like one level of the dungeon at a time and kind of go through it and pick it apart and use this to also prepare for you guys as you go through, so that I can kind of refresh my memory about things coming up. So that should be a lot of fun. Yeah, I think that wraps up. You guys have any announcements or anything you want to share with our friends and followers?
Thank you for watching. Let's start.
Perfect. All right. Since we've got all that wrapped up, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode. Episode 10. That's a big milestone, guys. Episode 10 of the Abomination Vault. We'll see you guys in 1 second.
The lumber town of Otari, with its storied past and a fair share of sinister secrets, has been fairly quiet in recent decades. Over the 400 years since its inception, the surrounding area has been the launching pad for many famous adventurers, and as a result, most of the ancient ruins have been fully explored, much of their mysteries already solved. But when the mysterious Gauntlight, an eerie landlocked lighthouse, begins to glow with a baleful light, the people of Otari suspect it's an ominous prelude to sinister events. The call goes out for a new band of heroes to save the day. Those heroes are Mukta,
One's path in life may shift like the sands. You have to adapt or be buried.
Halarmony Higgins,
Can I play something for you?
New Lara,
Hey, I know that it's scary, but you have to get up. Okay? Take my hand. Ugh, very good. Let's go.
Clovis,
Nature is not to be put in order. Nature is order. It is for us to put ourselves in unison with this order.
the time has come to enter the Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight.
All right. We're back from our intro. Gets my blood going, gets me ready. So, we are now advancing time, right? You guys ended like in the afternoon. You did a whole lot of role play. You took your whole, not long rest, but long-term rest, I think they call it. And you've managed to come back to the Ruins of Gauntlight at dusk time. So, it's currently 8:00 p.m. The sun is just about to start going down. And welcome back to the ruins. You approach, and as the sun's kind of going down, that glow that you can see coming off the kind of lighthouse on the top, it's easier to see when it gets darker for sure. But even here in the slight dusk, you can see like a pale kind of like glow that seems to be weaker than the last time you saw the light glowing.
Weaker, you said?
Yeah, it seems less bright than before, and you're not entirely sure if that's because of the time of day or because of other factors. But it definitely doesn't look as bright, even though you're up close on it now.
Yeah, I wonder if that black stone that Muta took out was help powering that.
That, Hal, you said that was powering that necromancy table, correct?
Correct.
Do you think, well, necromancy table, ghosts, zombies, it could be connected?
Good. Maybe not, but interesting.
And then you guys had taken time to switch out your known spells and stuff, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Ready to go.
You're kind of cutting out a little bit there, Richard. But I got the gist, which was you don't have spell.
Yeah. Who else had spells that would switch out? Just Rick?
I think it's just Clovis actually, because thinking about it,
Oh, okay.
bards are like spontaneous casters, so they don't prepare their spells in the same way that like you would. So I guess it's just you, Clovis.
All right. I'm good.
Before it was also, I think before Elenir also could prepare spells, but yep. So you arrive at dusk back in front of the gauntlet. What would you guys like to do? Let me unpause. The session's yours.
Well, seems like the light is not so bad today. Perhaps we don't find the big spider, maybe only these small spiders in there.
I wonder if the the blood stain. Do you remember, Hal, when we first got here with Elanir and Aurelia, we found that pool of blood
I
right
do.
at the
It was
bottom
in
of where. Yeah.
one of the towers, like straight ahead, if I remember correctly.
Were we able to show that to you guys? I say as I
No,
look at it.
what are you guys talking about? Was that before our time?
Yeah. The first time we got here, we were trying to figure out what that light was. Before you even get up to where the light source is, there was a pool of blood. It's been days since we last saw it, so I'm not sure if it's still there. But last I remember, it was pretty fresh.
Right. It did look very fresh when you guys last saw it.
Sure, let's go take a look at the pool of blood.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
So, see anybody anymore, including my familiar? See like a white
Oh, let me
light
see.
on the
Maybe.
right.
Yeah. I
Everybody,
think
my screen went dark and everybody disappeared.
you have
Actually,
dark vision, right, Clovis? Or no?
I know Mushi does. I think I just have.
You have low light vision,
I
so
have low
that's
light.
why, because it's night now. So as
Okay.
the sun sets, it gets dark.
Right, but I wouldn't see the people standing right in front of me.
Not at all. Yeah. So with low,
wow.
I mean, I guess technically it's probably still dim light, but I think the scene advanced to dark instead of dim light. So that's probably
No problem.
true.
I mean, if that is what it is, I just thought maybe something happened.
No, I think.
And-
Yeah, I think it's intended as you get to night, it's not dim light at all. So
Okay.
as
So,
I
yeah.
see Clovis look about for his companions, not seeing them, I will pop on dancing lights so we can all see.
Okay.
Does this make it any better?
Much better. I do have a
Oh.
cantrip light too. I could use later if need be.
If you want, I can redo this one. It is up to you. Perhaps put it on New Lara's shield, so everybody
that'll-
all the baddies are attracted to her shield again.
Yeah, sounds good.
do you want to cast it on? You want to cast light on Nular?
Yes,
On her, not her shield. On her.
on her forehead.
So, Clovis, describe to me, what does your light look like? Like, what color does your light glow when she glows?
It's a it's kind of just a white, very bright light that just shines straight out. That's a real special.
Whoa!
light. Let there be light.
What the heck is that?
That doesn't
That
look like
is
it's too much.
God.
Clovis,
That's a ghost.
I don't think.
Who are you gonna call?
That was intense.
Ghost-
That was
Ghost
the color.
punchers.
Yeah, that was the color intensity, like cranked to the max. I don't know. That was. So, anyways, okay. So it's a softer.
I can make
like,
my light.
lightweight.
I can make the light go different colors, but in this case, with it being night and where we're going, I want to have good light.
So now New Lara's shield. You said
If
it's the
anybody
shield.
in the group is worried that that's going to attract, is it too bright? I could do like a yellow light, kind of more dim.
Red is
Keep your
usually
faces back.
a good option. From
Okay. So
Yeah.
I will cast it and kind of change it to a reddish color.
That won't be creepy at all.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. So you guys begin pushing. Now you remember this bridge cannot support more than one person at a time.
Oh wait, hang on.
Too late.
There we go.
Yeah. So it's fine. So yeah. The bridge is trapped, but you guys had figured that out a while ago, so it's fine. I just wanted to call it out, which is pretty funny. So yeah,
All
you
right.
can go ahead and lead them towards.
Mushi's
Yeah.
flying, so
Right, Mushi's flying.
that
That's true.
wouldn't be an issue.
Guys,
Or-
I'm not really great with directions.
So I mean, you're looking like up ahead, and like straight to the north. There's this door, and it opens into a fairly pristine chamber. But you have dark vision, so you can see. And then as you
Okay.
move into the door, you see it. There's like this fresh sort of blood stain. And as she shows you, for those of you who haven't seen this before, the smooth walls of this circular room are painted. Well, stay right there, Nular. I'll let everyone else catch up. The smooth walls of this circular room are painted a light gray, with no indication of seams between blocks of stone. A set of iron stairs winds upward along the curved walls before terminating at a trapdoor in the ceiling, nearly 100 feet above. A red bloodstain glistens on the floor at the room's center, as though a human-sized creature bled to death on this floor very recently, despite there being no body in sight. And as you kind of look at the blood, it has this weird effect of making it look like it's a very deep pool, like impossibly deep. And it's weird because you know it's just barely on the surface of this thing. And then as you're watching, there's like a weird ripple that almost looks like something like hits a rock in the center of it, and it like ripples out from the center and just makes it look like it's a deep lake in this room of blood. And so like Nulara kind of walks you in to show you the blood stain, which looks pretty interesting and fresh. However, there isn't really much time to appreciate it or to ponder it, because as you're all kind of gathered around and looking at it, the ripples start to get stronger and stronger. And then you watch as the blood puddle that ripples kind of like shoots upwards and takes the form of like a woman in the middle of the room. So this is new. This didn't happen last time you were here.
Is
So-
I
she
don't think we went
looking at
in
him?
last
Can
time.
you move Mushy up, Steve? Because I lost him. I couldn't see him.
Oh,
My sight.
yes. Let me move Mushi up. There you go. Mushi's with you. Yeah, you did come in last time because you guys came up and went all the way up to the ceiling of the lighthouse, right? You went into the lighthouse. So as you kind of come around, the blood takes the shape of this womanly face, and then the eyes and the mouth opens, and jutting from that mouth comes a giant blue light, and she begins spinning in a circle and spinning this light like around the room. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think we should get out of here. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can when it's your turn on initiative. But yeah, this is
No
is
combat
so.
encounter is currently viewed.
Yeah, let me start the combat encounter.
But you got the game paused.
Oh wait,
That's why. Probably.
maybe. Why? Okay, I need to check a module setting real quick because I think something got turned off. All right, hang on. I gotta reset one of these settings real quick. Oh God, did it kick everyone out?
Right in the middle of
Oh.
my roll. Now I'm still in. It's
We're
rebooting
dead.
up.
I don't know why, but the module for like resizing windows got like disabled, so I couldn't resize the combat tracker. Okay. Go ahead and get everyone back here. So this is an interesting thing here. So you guys, we've dealt with traps before, right? Where there's some sort of trap and then it can activate and kind of have its own turn and initiative. They call it complex traps. We've dealt with kind of environmental hazards like pits and slick things that can be traps. They're like kind of like a trap, but they're environmental. In this case, what we're dealing with is called a haunt, which is a very specific type of hazard in Pathfinder. And so much like a trap, it can be disabled, although, ooh, not bad. Although traditionally it uses different skills. It's not so much like picking locks and stuff like that to disable it. It's more like using like religion to exorcise the demons or occult knowledge on how to satiate the ghost. So yeah. Why is it only 24? Not... Oh, because it rolled twice. I see.
Yeah, I didn't have my guy selected.
I see. Yeah. Oops. So can I edit that? Update 24. Okay, so this thing is going to get its own initiative.
A little bit behind and walks in and suddenly is beamed.
Yeah. The beam isn't necessarily like right on you. It's just think of it like constantly spinning, almost like a lighthouse spinning in place. And it's washing over like a lot of you guys. Okay. So
We'll turn around and close the door.
40 points for initiative. Holy crap!
yeah, it has a plus 23 stealth on its
Yeah, something tells
thing.
me this is.
and it's actually
this is
so
gonna be
hard to
tough.
so it could be possible for someone to notice this coming, but as of right now I don't think anybody actually. Well, let me ask this: is anyone an expert in perception?
Perception. Where do you see that?
Oh, Mook does an
There's
expert in perception. That's
Plus
true.
8.
Why don't you make a perception roll for me? Because you might be able to see this coming before it goes off.
Technically, I'm
you're
always
also
looking for threat.
You're looking for traps. This isn't a trap, is the thing. It's a haunt, which is a different class of hazard. So your trap finder doesn't apply in this case, unfortunately.
No.
Natural one, yeah. Okay, anyone that has an expert, go ahead and give me a perception roll. So that would be Nulara and Hal and
Hero boy.
Oh,
Clovis
Steve,
is only trained.
I'm only
My
trained in
first
perception.
initiative roll was 21.
Oh, okay. I can edit that.
Make a perception roll, you said?
Yes.
I'll save my hero point.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
might need it. I might need it. With
I
this
think
thing.
we are. I mean, with the 40 on an initiative roll, yeah, I think that's coming.
It's gonna be really hard. I don't even know if it's possible to hit a 40.5. Yeah, so Hal doesn't notice it coming. Nulara doesn't notice it coming. So you guys all walk in there without actually noticing it. Okay. So
La 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 la.
So it treats it like combat, right? It has its turn in initiative, and when it does, it gets to do something. So, it spins around. I'm gonna roll a d4 to make this random. So, oh man, this is kind of bad because I was saying Nulara's 1, Clovis is 2, Mushi's 3, and Mook does 4 if you go around the kind of the dial. So
Mushi's 3.
So Mushi is the one that gets it. Oh man. So the light fixates right on Mushi. I guess it's better than a person. It opens its mouth and then you watch as it begins to draw sap and blood out of Mushi's body and kind of starts sucking it out. So can Mushi make me a fortitude save?
So would that be my fortitude save? 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't
he would use
see
whatever your stat is.
fortitude. Okay.
The DC let's see, DC 20 fortitude save. All right, 22, that's a success. So Mushi is going to take 1 point of negative damage on the success. That's not bad.
Let's go, Mushi.
Mushi's
One
tough.
for the team, Mushi. Good job.
Okay, and then so that it does this, it draws some of the blood, and you start. It looks like Mushi starts almost rotting. There's some of that forced decay where the blood starts coming out of it, and then the light just kind of pulls off of Mushi and continues to rotate around the room, and that's its turn. Clovis.
You want to unpause the game?
Oh, good point. So yeah, so much like a trap, there are ways to disable this. In this case, I was never really clear about how this necessarily works with Pathfinder. Are you supposed to know the skills you can do, or do you have to figure it out? But in this case, I'll let you know. You can use either occultism No, actually, in this case, there's 2 ways to solve this. You can use religion or thievery to use like the disable action, which takes 2 actions to do. So,
Okay. I'll and it
Or
takes
you
2 actions.
it's also a ghostly spirit, so you can attack it. It does have AC and saves and hit points and stuff like that.
I'll try to disable it. I'll use my religion.
Okay, so it's gonna 2 of your actions to kind of focus on the spirit and try to like use religion to somehow exorcise or chant the right words to kind of put this spirit at rest. So go ahead and make that religion check.
Nope.
Yeah, it's actually a critical fail,
Oh shit.
but I don't know if critical
What does that mean?
fails, right? Does let's see, disabling a hazard. Doesn't look like there's anything on. Yeah. Well, it's they're saying I'm too nice to you. Yeah, I gotta help because this is like scary on the first time. You guys don't know how the rules work. So, anyways, I don't think there's anything wrong on a crit fail. It doesn't make it worse. If you were trying to disable like a trap, you might spring it, but there's nothing to spring in this case. You just are unable to successfully pacify the spirit. So you still got 1 more action.
I'm gonna move out of the room.
Leave the room.
Yeah, you just.
Door was opened.
Yeah, the door was open because Hal was like outside of it. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, Mushi.
So yeah, you run out. Oh, you don't have any actions to command Mushi, and he doesn't have the independent trait, so
Nope.
he can't move. Oh no. Okay.
Take another one for the team, Mushi.
He held it fine. He didn't have blood to draw. Okay. Anything else?
That's let me end my turn.
That's all
Okay.
3, right? All right. Hal.
Yep, that's all 3.
Steve, does this look like the blue light that we saw in the graveyard?
It's reminiscent of the blue light you saw in the graveyard. It's reminiscent of the blue glow that's in the top of the lighthouse. I would say without spending any actions to actually like connect them, then you'd say at least it's similar.
All right. Let's move back away. I'll holler out. I don't think you should be in there. Everybody should come out, and I'll move away.
Oh, I actually already messed up the trap, but that's fine. Sorry, not the trap, the haunt.
And no, I'll cast shield on myself.
Okay. When it first activates, it's supposed to do a burst that affects everyone in the room.
Yep.
But that's fine. It took it easy on you guys this time. Okay, so you put shield up, and that's it. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. Up next is Nulara.
I'll look at Mukta.
Oh no, my whole computer just froze.
Mukta's turn.
Okay, sorry. I just froze for like 20 seconds. My whole computer froze. It just freed up. So all I heard was I'm going to, and then I've been frozen for 20 seconds. So I apologize.
No worries.
Plenty to disable the haunt, so we're good.
Oh, nice. I missed it, but I believe you.
Yeah, we just succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what was Nulara doing?
Standing there seeing everyone go out, I'll be like, Mukta, I'm not leaving here until you leave. So what do you want to do? And then I'll delay my turn until after Mukta's.
Okay. Makes sense. So you're delaying your turn, and Mukta goes right next? Okay.
Would I be able to try to disable this haunt from where I am, or would I have to go get closer?
It would take... I'll let you do it from where you are.
Okay.
It's gonna involve like your like thieving brain like looks right at the blood splatter that's still kind of connected to the surface of the floor, and you're pretty sure if you can like somehow like sweep it or swipe it off the surface, it would like kind of break the magic. So even if you're not there, I could say maybe you like chuck something at the blood splatter to like disable it. So yeah, it involves the blood specifically.
I'm going to try to steal the blood.
You're going to what?
Do you need a skull so you can put the blood in the skull?
Alright, I will attempt a thievery check to disable the hunt.
Yeah, make a disable device check.
That's thievery.
Yes, it should be thievery.
Wow.
Another
2 in a
natural one.
row. You know what? I'm going to use it this time.
All right, hero point.
Yes.
Come on, hero point.
Woo.
22, nice. So what is it you throw to disrupt the blood, Mukta?
Water skin, and I throw the water at it.
Okay. So you check the water skin and the water, it kind of hits like right where the blood is, like the feet of this creature. It doesn't really have like a full-on feet shape. It's more like, it's like got like a human head and a woman's kind of shape, but it gets a little murky where it's kind of in the lower half. And so you like chuck the water skin, the water comes out and like kind of splashes in the area right where this thing is kind of connected to the surface, and you disrupt the blood enough that the whole thing like loses its magic, and you watch as the womanly shape like dissipates and it kind of turns into a floating globule of blood right there in the center of the room, and it just hovers for a split second as you and Nulara kind of make like eye contact with each other, like, you know, like what the hell, and then all of a sudden your eyes like shoot up because the blood splatter shoots up the room up to the 100 feet tall lighthouse, right up the center of it, and it splashes against the ceiling right near that trap door 100 feet above your head. And those of you, do you guys both have dark vision?
Yes, I have dark vision.
I have dim light vision.
Dim light. So it goes out of your view as it shoots up, but Nulara can watch it. You watch Nulara as it hits the ceiling and puddles in the roof for just a split second before it starts disappearing. And as you watch, you can see it's actually seeping through the cracks of the trap door, and then it's gone. And like a second later, the blood is gone. First of all, we're out of combat because you successfully disabled it. Secondly, you guys get experience for defeating the haunt. So everyone takes 60 experience.
Nice.
More than all of last session. Not bad. But for now, it seems like the threat is gone, or at least apparently relocated to the top of the lighthouse.
What?
What?
That was awesome, Mukta. Guys, I think we're good.
I was going to tell you to punch it, but it zipped right up. But
Yeah.
did you see where it went?
It went all the way up there to that and then I point my lit up shield towards where I found it.
Yeah, your shield light goes like 40 feet up, and then the lighthouse is 100 feet up, so it definitely doesn't go high enough for them to see.
I stretched my arms. Oh well, it doesn't reach, but it went all the way up to where the source of the light is.
We want to go check it out, or maybe leave it alone. I'm not really sure what it did, but Mushi's looking a little bit worse for the wear.
Any worse than normal?
It's kind of hard to tell, honestly.
Yeah, he usually looks pretty ragged, but I've never seen sap come out of him.
He's got like the edges of his leaves are like kind of like rotting away, just at the fringes, in one small section. So this definitely did not happen last time you guys came.
So, Laura, thank you so much. That was really cool to see that blood. Thanks for showing it to us.
Yeah. This didn't happen the first time we went here. Then again, the sun was out when
Well,
we saw it the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's a good point.
So,
I
sun's
wonder,
out. Nothing. Yep.
maybe does that door lead outside again, Nunara?
The trap door where it.
No,
which
this
door?
door where you are at. This door here.
Honestly, I don't think we tried this door.
You guys looked
Oh.
at it, but you never never actually went in and out of it. But you opened it and looked out and saw it kind of leads to the backside of the castle. You can see what looks to be like a small boathouse, just on the edge of the shores.
He's going to stealthily make his way so that I can possibly see the light tower, or
Yeah.
the lighthouse.
Okay, so you're like sneaking out into the dark. You can't see, but when you look up, you can see the top of the lighthouse, right?
Is it brighter than when we were coming here?
Make a perception check. You don't have to make it a secret one. You can just make a regular perception check.
Okay.
Wow.
That's the third
Are you
one.
serious? 3
What is
natural
that?
ones.
I wonder
I think
how
you
you
should
can
log
bless
out.
the dice.
Log out, log back in. Maybe it'll
Yeah,
reset
I'm going
your
to. I'm going to
steady
change
rolls.
my dice again, and then log out.
You see the glow in the blue, but I think it looks. I would say even in the pitch blackness with no other light source around except for the light coming off Nulara's shield and stuff, up there you're pretty sure it's glowing more intense.
Did we just turn it on in the town?
Well, it's okay. I'm sure Captain Longbottom would be
Oh,
able to take
no.
care of it.
I'm gonna actually get close to Mushi.
Okay.
And then while looking at Clovis, looking at the both of them, I'll ask. I know I've asked this before, and the last time I asked, you went unconscious, but I feel that unless we get up there, we'll be stuck. So I was wondering if maybe Mushi can take a look for us. I can show you where the trapdoor is.
Yeah. Let's let's do it.
I'll be the first one to run after him in case I hear something bad.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Mushi, I got you.
Right.
Okay. So you're gonna escort Mushi up the iron staircase to the top.
I'll just show where. Mushi, so just go all the way up there, and then there should be a trap door. We left it open, so.
Yeah, there is this like pretty heavy trapdoor at the top, and the lighthouse kind of like it goes up, and it kind of gets a little more narrow as it reaches the top, and the spiral staircase just kind of does a few loops around as you get to the top. Mushi can fly, so Mushi can just fly like straight up without issue. But if one of you guys are gonna run up there in a case of emergency, you're pretty far away, right? Because it's a 100-foot staircase climb.
I'll be halfway there then.
Okay. Yeah. So in this kind of quiet night, as Nulara moves up the staircase, you can hear like the kind of like creaky sounds of the iron kind of give way. It's solid. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall, but you can definitely hear it almost like echoes like quite a bit up and down this little like really quiet space. And so, Clovis, what are you doing?
I'm gonna follow behind Nuarla because obviously I got to stay close and I got to let her know what I'm feeling from him, right? So,
right. Well, yeah,
so that's what I will be doing.
that's I guess the because you don't you have an ability where you can go into Mushi's eyes?
Do I have that yet?
Or do you not have that? I thought that was one of your familiar abilities. Because if not, then you can't
Might
talk
be.
or
I know
see.
I can feel them, but
That's like default. By default, you can basically
I can feel. But where would that be?
familiar
Yeah,
abilities.
my
Do you know what?
familiar
Do you
ability.
remember what your 4 familiar abilities are? Because one of them was share senses, which was like every 10 minutes you can go into your familiar to look through its eyes for up to a minute. And I thought that was one you chose. It wasn't in Foundry, right? Because Foundry doesn't have master abilities.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm just curious if that, because when you were talking about abilities, I thought you told me that was one you picked.
Yeah, I thought so too, and I thought I had 4. I had 4 effects. Now I'm
Yeah.
only seeing 2 on my character sheet. So
Because remember, Foundry doesn't have master abilities, so your
That's
2
right.
master abilities wouldn't be on
that's
there.
right.
So
I just forgot. I got to make a note of that.
I don't remember what your other ability was. You had flying, dark vision. I think you had share senses, and I don't remember what your other one was.
I definitely had shared senses. I remember that. I just
Yeah.
we'll have to figure out what the other one is. I'll go back
Perfect.
and look and see what it was. And
So in this case,
somehow
you can
or
go
another.
up halfway behind Nulara, and then what does it look like when you put your eyes into Mushi?
What does it look like for Mushi?
What does it look like everyone watching you like meld
Oh.
with your familiar?
You just kind of see my my eyes just kind of get this cloudy, like haze over the top of them, and I kind of go somewhat pale. And at that point, I'm seeing through Mushi.
All right, and so now you go into Mushi, and you're seeing out of Mushi's eyes. I don't think you control Mushi, but you see just like you are. You lose all sensory information in Clovis, so you have no idea. You can't feel, touch, see anything where you were, but you just feel everything that Mushi feels.
Yep.
And
I can
see
what he
everything that
sees.
Mushi sees.
Yep.
And then you send Mushi up?
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm going to move Mushi's token to the little cutaway, which is the top of the lighthouse, right?
Yep.
And so if you scroll down to the lower left, you should be able to see out of his eyes now. Is that the case?
I'm trying to find him. Lower left.
Lower left of the map.
No, I do not see him.
Let me see.
Also,
let me
did
click
you
this
give
box
him
real
dark
quick.
vision?
Now do you see?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, I did give him dark vision. Okay, so you push open the trap door. Is Mushi being sneaky when he does this?
Yes.
Okay, then why don't you give me a stealth roll for Mushi, as he is sneaking into here without trying to draw as much attention as he can. I think your familiar has its own stealth ability.
Stealth?
No. You get you should if you click Mushi, you should be able to do a stealth roll on his, because like familiars get bonuses to stealth rolls, separate from your own, I think.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the sheet right now. I don't see anywhere.
I see
where
it says
got
under Mushi
stealth.
it says skills, and then it says stealth +6.
Oh shit. Yep. Sorry.
Or you can just click the token and just click skills stealth, right? All right, 14. So Mushi pushes up into the trapdoor. He actually has a hard time, like, he has to give it like all his go just to do it, but he's able to kind of like wiggle a branch like in and through and use that to kind of pry it open and crawl himself in. So you watch and feel the weight of that door kind of like pressing on you as you climb into this thing, and then the door kind of like shuts pretty tight behind you, and you look at the middle of the room, and there is this kind of blue glow that emanates from the outside of the lighthouse. Make a perception check for Mushi. And everyone down below is like hearing the noise, right? The Mushi pushing through the trapdoor, the thing closing, is making a decent amount of move. Okay, 22. Two things. One, the light is very dim compared to how it was last time you guys came here at night. Oh, you've never been here at night, actually, right?
No.
You notice that there is a
we
glow.
have we?
It is.
No,
It's
we haven't.
fairly bright, but compared to how you saw it a few nights ago when you left here at night, it seems much dimmer than you would expect it to be. Secondly, the blood that like shot up here, you like notice the actual like light itself. It's kind of surrounded by these metal bars, and there's just glowing sort of energy in the middle of it. The blood seems to have pressed itself around that like energy globe, and it's kind of given the light like a red tint coming off it. But it looks like the blood is stuck to that sort of light source in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And as Mushi kind of pushes way in there and is observing this, the blood itself starts sloughing off of this thing and coagulating into like a blood like cloud. And I need Mushi to roll initiative.
What?
So I'll
I guess I'll have to roll my initiative then, right? I don't see initiative. Right?
yeah, you can probably roll it for yourself.
Open air up top there. Like, is there like a side that he can
There
fly,
are
right?
yeah, he can fly, and there are lots of like little windows that Mushi could definitely just fly out of the first chance he gets, for sure.
Stand your ground, Mushi. No surrender.
He's not a fighting. He doesn't have any of that yet.
Mushi is the bravest
He's too
of
young.
us all.
He's still growing.
Oh,
So you rolled a 24, Mushi.
You guys remember Baby Groot? That's Mushi.
oh no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he very much is like a baby Groot in my head.
Oh no.
All right, so the cloud actually gets a 21.5, so beats Mushi by 1.
Damn it.
All right.
It's been Nulara's ideas both times for Mushi to go place.
So you have
Okay.
you have no control over what's happening, but like you see and feel the fear and all the pain that Mushi's about to feel, Clovis.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I am seeing this, so I can at least know what's going on in there.
Yep. Okay, so the mist spends one action to like kind of step off the thing and come right at you. So that's one of its actions. It like the blood like from this cloud, it's like this cloud of blood, and then a bunch of tendrils like whip out from the cloud and kind of take form and try to like whip at Mushi. So let's see. That's a 24.
Oh no, that misses.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a little Groot, man. He's done.
Run, Moshe!
So I gotta look something up because I feel like this is wrong. Like it did 3d6, but I don't think it's supposed to be. Let me just double check the stats of this creature, because it says 2d6 undefined plus 1d6 undefined, but I don't know why it would be. I don't know why it would be that like extra d6. That seems wrong. Oh, I see. Okay.
A persistent bleeding.
Right. I wish it gave so Misty Tendril. Yeah, okay. So here's what it is. The first 2 damage is so Mushi takes 6 points of slashing damage. And then like Mushi's like body like cuts open, and then would Mushi be like immune to bleed effects because he's not a living creature? Right? Do Leshies have blood?
They're one of the
Got sap.
playable races, so I would assume
Yeah.
that they.
Yeah, I think they might not have blood like we think of it, but it's still got to be some sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Mushi takes
Sappy
6
blood.
damage and then cuts open, and then you watch as like he's bleeding, so that like D6, that 2 damage, that's persistent damage that he will take at the end of every turn until it's healed. So he doesn't take that 2 damage from that. That's just gonna be a D6 at the end of your turn. So that's his first attack. And then it uses its third action to use this ability called Blood Siphon. So I guess it doesn't even count as an ability. Anyways, make a Fortitude saving throw for Mushi.
So it's a sap siphoning now.
Yeah.
Okay, fortitude.
12. Okay, so as it hits Mushi's life force is like sucked out, and you watch as like the mist seems to kind of coagulate just a little bit and get a little tougher, and Mushi is now drained. He has the drained condition.
Okay.
So he has drained 1. Okay. And that's the Blood Siphon's turn. Mushi?
All right, so he is going to fly back out the door, back towards me.
So the problem with that is like the door is really heavy.
Oh, that's
Right.
true.
So
So you said
Mushi-
there's windows because he's flying, right? So
Right,
Where's the
Mushi
nearest
would have to
window?
make like a strength check to open those, or the other option is he looks around and there's lots of these windows that is pretty small and they kind of got bars in
Oh.
them, but Mushi's small enough to fit through. A
All right,
person
so
maybe
he's
not,
gonna
but
try
Mushi, yeah.
yep. So he'll try to fly out one of these windows.
Yep. So you immediately fly out the window, and the mist does not have a attack of opportunity. Okay. So he flies. His fly speed is how much?
I believe it's 40.
25 feet.
25. Yep.
Okay. So you can fly 25 feet out the window, no problem. And then if you dash downwards, right? you
Oh,
can
that's
get-
what I. Okay, so that answers my question. That's what the other was. It was the additional fly speed because I think it took him to 40.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
In that
relook
case-
it up, but I'm sure that was the other condition I did.
Got
That's
it.
why in my head I knew he had more than 25 feet because I added that.
So in that instance, you would be able to fly out the window and all the way down to the ground and like back in the door that's down, where everyone is in one full 3 action dash.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll have to write those down because they're not on the character sheet, just so I
Okay.
don't forget.
Okay. So as that happens, like Mushi flies out and the blood creature doesn't seem to like follow. Like there's like a tense moment where nothing happens and Mushi flies back in, looking very, very hurt and drained. And I'll bring his token back where you guys are. Okay. All of that took, just under a minute or so. So like you're still in Mushi's like consciousness as you fly in the door past Mukta, and you can see your like senseless body like up the stairs with Nulara.
Yep. So then,
But he definitely looks worse than before.
you see it going looking saps everywhere. Fucking all those leaves are gone.
Can you
Oh,
make
no,
can you
Mushi.
make a flat roll for me, please? Just a D20. Yep. Because Mushi is still bleeding.
Oh, that's right. Bye, Mushi.
No.
Persistent damage. It's the DC is for the flat damage. DC 15. So you do not succeed on the flat check, which means Mushi takes the 2 points of damage I rolled earlier.
Okay.
2 points of damage on Mushi,
Hey, still up.
but he's still bleeding.
Oh shit.
So everyone has one turn. Like Clovis and Nulara are pretty high up the stairs. Probably have a hard time doing anything, but Hal and Mukta are both down there. Maybe able to do something.
Okay. So now I'm out of Mushi. My eyes come back, and I come back to normal color.
Okay.
My eyes are clear.
Okay.
So
You're
Yep,
still 50
and I-
feet up the staircase.
Yeah. Yep. Are we able to look over the stairs? I could yell down.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I yell down that hey, he's still bleeding. So if anybody have anything to stop the bleeding?
Oh no, I have a
Okay.
healing potion. Do you want me to run down over there?
Probably be too late by the time you get down there.
Oh
Can I try to use lay on hands on Mushi?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Good call. Yeah, you walk over to Mushi and use lay on hands, which does heal him. So go ahead and roll the healing for add it to Mushi.
It's just straight 6.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So you watch as the healing goes into Mushi, and as he does the healing, also the bleed like closes itself up, and Mushi's no longer bleeding
And Mushi's got +2 AC for a round.
for 1 round.
Oh, nice. Send him back up.
He is still drained,
Okay.
so that means he has a -1 on all Constitution-based checks, including but not limited to Fortitude saving throws. Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and describe what you saw. Now everyone's caught up. And I'm assuming you're refocusing, Hal.
So yeah, so
Yes.
I just come down and, you know, just give the same, you know, just fill in everything you heard Steven just cover up there. I just echo that all down here to everybody.
Maybe we should, as he's starting to say what we saw this mist, I'm like, maybe we should finish this conversation outside.
I would agreed.
How?
Once again, Nulara, thank you for showing us this very interesting pool of blood.
Which
Yeah.
door did you go out?
Well, Mukta
Oh,
and
here.
Clovis went
Or what?
left, and then Hal and Nulara went south.
Oh no, I
Because-
did follow
let's-
Mukta. I just
let's
went
have-
outside and I
let's-
couldn't see him. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the door.
because
Oh,
there's
now
no
there's
light.
light.
Oh, I closed it. Sorry.
Ooh, poor Moose, he got door shut in his face.
So yeah, so as you move out
We
into
did
the
that in game too. We both went. All 4 of us went separate directions.
I'll bring these dancing lights along for you, Hal, if you want to put
You
them
can-
back up.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I want
just-
to put him back up. Gotcha.
No,
gotcha.
okay, I'll
Carry him.
if you don't want to like draw attention, but like Nulara's lighting up, so I don't know. But so anyways, you move outside, and as you guys kind of look up, you can see that like pale glowing blue, and now like as Mushi saw up close, there's like a slight red tint to the glow now.
So, like, every time we fight something in here, it glows stronger? Is that what it's doing?
No.
Pool of blood still like at the bottom. Was there still
No,
blood down there?
The blood that was down there is gone now because it kind of
Okay.
coagulated into that shape
Mm.
and then shot up into the thing and is now caking the like light of the lighthouse and making it glow red.
Okay, I wanted to make sure there wasn't any more blood down there.
No, the blood is completely
Oh.
gone now. You disconnected it from the ground, which sent it upwards.
Okay.
Yep. So that makes me think that it is maybe the source of the light.
Oh,
It
'cause
was
it got
it was
stronger.
stuck to like these 2 poles that
Was
Wow.
the light originally red when you first came?
No, it was blue. Kind of like the light that we saw at the cemetery.
Maybe it's something new since we've dislodged the blood from below. It's gone above.
Oh,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
well. Mushi, I'm so sorry. I'm never gonna ask you that again. That's the last time.
It'll be the last time until the next time.
it's it's quite all right. It's
No. I say as I clean the blood off of him.
His stealth was just a bit too low, and it got noticed.
Are we going to
Well,
head down or?
Yeah. So you've gone into the blood, you've checked out above, and now it's like, okay, now we go down. Like there's lots of places, right? You guys had gone out to the like back across the bridge to that secondary like structure, and you had gone down 1 floor and checked one side, fought the creature, and then left, right? That was yesterday morning.
3 more doors in that area, or we can go check the staircase that we had found where Nulara punched that ghost.
Right, that secret staircase down.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I say we
All-
should go back to where we fought that worm. At least we can get into one room or two rooms before we have to fight another one. I'm not
Oh,
sure what's
that's
at the
true.
bottom of the secret area.
I also found the key, so maybe the
Mhm.
lower we go down there, the key would be useful, because if it's not, I'll sell this.
I mean, after you unlock it, and you don't have to lock it again, then you can sell it.
Yeah. So is that the direction we want to go? Back towards across the bridge and down that little staircase?
So, Mushi, lead the way.
Oh, no.
So yeah, you guys can go ahead and make your way that way. What are your guys' current exploration activities?
I'm scouting ahead.
Okay, Nular scouting ahead. Okay, so Nular would be in front of the pack as she's scouting ahead, and Mukta would be moving along as sneakily as possible.
What's the
Hal
I'd probably
and
be
Clovis?
in the back because Nular is pretty bright.
Right, you want to stay in the back of the pack. That makes sense.
Yep, I'll be hanging. I'll be in front of you, but hanging back there.
All right, and Hal? And what activity are you doing, Clovis?
Gotta learn what all these different activities are.
I think normally your kind of default position has been like the perceptive person. You're searching around for like secrets and stuff that you guys are passing.
Yep, let's do that for now.
Okay. And then Hal, what's your exploration activity?
Detect magic.
Kind of investigate,
Detect
right?
Yeah, I mean you could either investigate or search, right? One of the two.
Yeah.
Clovis.
Or we head down. Should I be in the back here or maybe at the edge of the front? Seeing as how maybe I can check for traps as we go.
While I'm scouting, if there's a door, I can call out to you.
Sounds good. It's just I'm always looking for traps, so.
Mhm.
Oh, right, okay.
It's just if you're in the back, then that will be an issue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can find the traps
Guys,
after you
I
pass
found
them.
the trap as you're all bleeding in the front.
Yep. So you kind of head down the staircase back to that hallway that you know exists. The locked door is on the eastern side. You guys fought this creature down here on the western side. The table, that necromancy table, is still there. The creature doesn't look to have resurrected. The body's still, in the previous room, just kind of lying there, pulsating, or it's just like rotting away.
Ugh.
With the spits on it.
You're gonna
So we
want to
know
go
there's
this way,
two
Clovis.
doors.
And
Yeah,
then this
where's
way.
Clovis?
Clovis is getting lost in the maze of the staircase.
Yeah, well, I lose them. If I go to certain areas, I can't see Mushi anymore, so I go back, try to find him, and I lost where you guys went.
Yeah.
You can select both your tokens and move them at the same time if you want.
You can?
Yep.
You just
If you drag a circle around it, it should select both of them.
Oh, just drag a circle on both of them?
Or a square, whatever.
Oh,
it is.
nice. Freaking awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. That works.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you come back to this is as far as you guys pushed in, right? There's this large metal table with the metal straps. You guys already pried the gem loose from this room. There's another door on the south side here. There's this old sort of ritual chamber or some sort.
If I remember rightly, this door was not locked, but the one to the east originally we came through was locked. Do we continue with the unlocked, or maybe try to see what is behind a more secure door?
I'm gonna pull out the map.
I think we should do the path of least resistance. Least resistance.
Yeah, the map you have based on Scrog's, it kind of doesn't really seem to cover this area too much. The closest thing you saw was that sort of circle that was drawn that says Swamp Dragon Lair.
Yeah.
Right. I think looking at the map and looking at the layout of the the ruins, and as you guys have come out of that door where the gauntlet is and saw the boathouse and stuff. As you're looking at the map, it kind of clicks that the swamp dragon lair probably corresponds more with that boathouse than this area that you guys are exploring, because it was closer to the ruins on the map.
Okay.
Nulara, are you going to open that door?
I was waiting for Mokta to do it.
I think I already checked it for traps, but it won't hurt to do it again.
Yeah, give it another looks.
Oh,
Not bad. Definitely not trapped, and definitely not locked either.
I will open the door quietly.
Okay. Okay. You like swing the door open and it leads down into darkness. So you see the top of the stairs where Nulara's light is kind of shining. It's a staircase that seems to head down further into the depths, but you can't see much more than a few feet in front of you.
Perhaps we do that locked door you said, Mokta. I cannot see anything past you.
You kind of like listen too, right? And as you're sitting there listening, it just sounds like complete silence down below. Like you don't hear footsteps, you don't hear talking, nothing apparent. So either something's being very stealthy down there, or it seems pretty empty.
Head down further, or maybe explore this level more.
Just watch out for blood.
Right. To be honest, locked doors pique my curiosity. It's a professional habit, what can I say?
Yep.
weak.
So you can kind of backtrack that way if you'd like. As you kind of come through the like room where the bed's turned on its side, and you had this like epic fight just the day before. There's this door on the north side that you guys haven't checked yet, and then the hallway leads back west to that locked door that you do know about.
I'll check the door if it's trapped or if it's locked.
Sure, give me that perception check.
Yes.
On my screen, it
now
was a
he's
natural
rolling.
one for like
Let's
a split
go.
second.
I was like, oh my god.
You give it a good once over. This one seems to be at least slightly in better shape than the rest. It's definitely not trapped and not locked, but it doesn't even seem like this one will cause a lot of noise when you open it. The hinges look to be, for some reason, slightly maintained. Still old. Still looks like it hasn't been opened in a very long time. Okay. So you pop it open. And so this small room, well, you can't see much, right? Like Nular will have to kind of step over just to kind of fill the light. But the small room has a long abandoned straw bed, a dresser with open drawers revealing a jumble of out-of-date servant clothing, and a large barrel with a ladle on top of it. So do you guys want to hop in there and like check it out for a bit? It looks like a small, like a little 10-foot by 10-foot room, almost like a bedroom of some sort.
Am I detecting any magic?
You are not detecting. Well, let me just double check something actually. Actually, you do get a faint sense of magic ping from this room.
Ooh.
Good call.
Mokta, now that you've opened this door, there is definitely some magic in there somewhere.
I can't see anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
my light isn't helping? Oh,
From
here.
where she, when you're in the doorway like that, you can hold your shield up and like light up the room nice and clean. Yeah. So-
Everything's dark. Let me try to reload.
Oh,
It's not
Oh, you
dark.
know
I
what?
can see.
No.
I can see the map, but
I think it's I don't have your token set right. Let me see. Is that better?
I don't see my tokens still. Nope. Let me reload.
Maybe you might want to try reloading, yeah. Because it should be... I didn't have dim vision set on your token properly.
You do not own any token with vision in this scene. Alright guys, I'm going home. There we go.
What about that? That fix it?
Yep.
Somehow you got toggled to like the stealth layer that you couldn't see. Weird. My bad. Okay. Problem sorted out. So yeah, you kind of come into this room. If you want to search it, you can give me a perception check. Anyone else who wants to like kind of poke in here and search around is able to like feel free to move your token in. We're gonna spend a little bit of time like searching around. It takes, about 10-15 minute blocks of time as we search things.
I'll just make sure I'm shining a light for them.
Okay. So what would your exploration activity be? You still scouting, Nular? Like looking on the back, make sure nothing's coming.
Perception check.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hal, are you searching or are you investigating, Hal? Hal?
If that is okay.
Yeah, no, are you investigating or are you searching? Are you looking for clues or are you like searching for like hidden things, right? They're kind of different,
I'm
but they lead
definitely not gonna search. I don't think I've ever done anything like that in my life. So I'm
Okay.
just looking around.
Yeah. Okay. You can do an investigation roll. And so Nular is scouting while Clovis and Hal are kind of like searching and Mukta and Hal. So Clovis, what are you doing during this like block of exploration time? Clovis? Are you muted?
Muted.
Maybe he's not
Oh,
there.
that's why you did. No, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a perception check either
I'm
way.
investigating. True. I'm still investigating. Like same thing I've been doing, walking through
All right,
here.
you want to pop into that small room then? Okay. So go ahead and move your token to that small room. It'd be a perception check either way. It just reveals different information. So you guys can all do it. Nular is doing the scouting, giving light, keeping an eye out. Ooh, not bad.
Damn, yes, let's go.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, so as you guys are like picking around, I know Close hasn't rolled yet, but like Mukta, Hal and Mukta kind of come to like the same sort of like Hal looks and notices a stone on the north, east corner of the room that looks to be slightly different color than the rest, which draws his eye. And Mukta, as he's like searching around, like notices that like that stone specifically looks loose. Like with like just getting like a dagger in there, you'd be able to pry it out no problem. So there's like a false brick in the corner of the room. So
How do you roll the person? Investigation.
you just roll a perception check, right? Or a recall. Sorry, I guess investigates recall knowledge. Interesting. And then searching is perception. So the barrel itself is completely empty. As you're sniffing through it, Mukta, you're pretty sure that it used to contain pickles. Like once upon a time, it was like a giant pickle barrel, and there's just this ladle stuck in it. But you're able to get your dagger in. If you want to give me a perception check to see if it's trapped, I'll just roll your perception check already in. It doesn't look trapped. It's just a loose brick. So you pry it open and you can see kind of like wrapped in the back in a little bit of cloth, what looks to be like a hidden stash of some sort. So I went ahead and gave the little treasure chest here for you guys to open. You can see as you open it, there seems to be like a small shard of jade. There is a silver statuette that looks like two succubi, kind of like intertwined with each other with the wings coming out. And some kind of like weird stone that has a rune carved into the etching that seems to be pulsing and glowing slightly.
That yet.
Is that the magic?
That's up for you guys to decide. I mean, you can't pinpoint exactly. You just detect the presence, but not if it's specifically magical.
Gotcha.
Hal, do you have... Is it you that had that nifty trick where you can touch things from afar.
Indeed.
Yeah. I'm going to step away from the secret cubby and allow Hal to grab the items.
Okay.
From afar.
Cast Mage Hand and pick them out.
Okay. Yep. Which one are you picking up first?
I mean, the
Doesn't matter.
rune, obviously.
Oh, the rune. Yeah, you
pulsing
pick up
magical rune.
you pick up the rune. You pick it up in your little mage hand, and nothing happens. It glows. This looks like a kind of like the kind of runes that like adventurers typically etch onto their equipment to like give it more properties. And if you pull it like close enough and you look at the rune, it looks like, well, why don't you give me let's see, if you want to identify this thing, you can give me either Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion check, your choice.
Almost a 19.
Yep. 13, it definitely looks like it goes on your equipment, but you're not sure what the rune does.
Not really sure what this thing does. It's supposed to go somewhere on your equipment. Maybe make it stronger. Maybe you put it on your shield, Nulara. But I hope it doesn't be like attracting arrows or anything.
That would be unfortunate.
You're really quiet, Richard.
I'll put the rune for now in the trade character, so you
Okay.
can take it out.
Go ahead. And then that leaves this small shard of jade and a succubus statue. So Mukta, why don't you give me a crafting roll real quick, see if you can kind of suss out the value of these things. When you look at the thing, do you see the value shown to you? Like, do you see the value in the treasure chest or no?
Yep. Yeah, I do.
Okay. So this is more of a roleplay thing, but you're pretty sure the succubus statue is the much more valuable of the two.
I take both of them out. These seem to be worth a little bit of coin if you all are interested in selling them.
Perhaps Rin would like this creepy thing with the two winged thingies.
It is quite interesting, yes? The jade is quite nice. I like how it shines in the light, but for the group for now.
As you pick through this stuff, right, and in like looking at the stash, it like kind of dawns on you the logistics of this. This was someone's bedroom long ago, and this little hidden brick compartment was like kind of their personal stash, everything that they had acquired of value in their life, and apparently never came back to retrieve. And just looking at the drawers with the clothing in it, they look to be like servants' clothing. Like, it's not fancy clothing. It's not like workers' clothing. This is definitely someone low in status.
Any books? I yell out.
Doesn't appear to be any books, no.
Oh, yeah,
No
Don't
books.
forget, we have to find books. We should be looking for books.
So who's holding the group loot for now?
I can carry him. I can carry him. I still
Like,
have
I
space
think-
on my backpack.
I think these treasure things are small enough they're negligible bulk, so if you want to leave it on the trade character, you can, or if you want to put it in your personal inventory, that works too. It's not going to weigh you down regardless of how you guys do it.
Okay.
You mind if I hold on to the jade at least? I like the way it shines.
Oh yeah. I don't mind.
Will it not give you away from the light irradiating from the shield?
I mean, I'll put it away when we're moving on, but just something I know that I'll have on my person. It's a little nice.
So I think what we'll do right now, coming out of this, is we're at 8:36. So let's go to our break, right? You guys have found a little treasure chest with some coin, which is good. You guys have been pretty low on funds, So that's not bad. But so far you haven't really encountered. Well, I guess you encountered the blood. That was pretty dangerous. But anyways, before we go on our break, I just wanted to say we are so close to hitting our follower goal right here on Twitch. We have 48 out of the 50, and once we hit 50, we're having a contest for our followers where one of you will be in our game as the NPC, as the tailor in Otari. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't already, head over to twitch.tv/dmsteve. The link's in the description of the video, and just click follow, because we're going to do some cool stuff once we hit 50, and we got more stuff to come. But this is our first goal, and we're really close, so I would really appreciate it. And we all would. But let's head to break. It's 8:37. Let's come back at 8:47 in 10 minutes and close out the rest of tonight's session. Sound good?
Yes,
Sounds
sir.
great.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Abomination Vaults. We had a quick little break. We're ready to get right back in. We did get one follower on our while we were on our break, so that's Dazen. So thank you, Dazen. You took us to 49 out of 50. That means we're one short, and then we can throw a contest for you guys. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, head over to the channel and subscribe, and you'll be the 50th, which will be amazing. Anyways, thank you for that. So let's hop back in. So when we last left off, you guys had just pilfered this poor servant's room for all the valuables he ever acquired in his whole life, pocketed them. What's your guys' next move?
Well, perhaps you go check on that door, Mukta, the one that piqued your curiosity. Was over here, I think.
It was, yeah. And it was, you've checked it before. It looked locked, but not trapped.
Yes.
I'm just gonna shine a light.
I'll take out my thieves' tools and attempt to pick the lock.
Sure, go for it. Give me that thievery check.
Alright.
New Lara shining the light. You got your little tools in there. Click, 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 click.
Ah, yes, Mukta.
See, that's not a natural one.
1-7. A little bit different.
So you get with the success, it moves and it's like click, click. You get one success towards unlocking this door, but this lock's surprisingly complex. It actually takes 3 successes in order to open. So you got to keep rolling and seeing if you break your thieves' tool. It's a DC 20.
Good luck, my friend Mukta. I will cast guidance on him.
Oh, nice guidance. It's just guidance is a +1
Stance, yep.
flat, right? Okay, 17 plus the 1 takes you to 18, which isn't enough to break your locks or cause any trouble, but Mukta's spending a bit more time. Yeah.
It's 17. I already added to the roll.
Oh, 17. Good point. 17 is not enough to make more progress, but you didn't break your tools, so just keep rolling until you roll critical fails or critical successes. There's a success, so that's 2 out of 3. You one more tumbler falls into place, and you're kind of in the back working on the last one.
First one I expected to just open, and as it didn't, I'm like, all right. I shrug my shoulders a bit. I get more serious. My brow furrows.
Yeah, it's definitely more security than you would expect.
Yes!
Yeah, perfect. See, not too bad. Just one failure, and no one has to know there was a failure in it, right? It's just working.
Yeah.
And so pop, pop, pop. You feel the last tumbler with you push it in, it clicks into place. You give the whole thing a turn, and you can feel the whole locking device open, and the door unlocks to your touch.
We'll open it gingerly.
Yep. Go ahead. So the camera, you open it gingerly, and there's a shot of you opening this door as you look into the room, and the camera lingers for just a little too long at the key on Nulara's hip, just hanging there, and like just a lingering shot for the audience's sake. But as you unlock this door and look in, you see the light shining in. There's 7 square alcoves, each containing strange magical apparatuses of alchemical sets of tools, and they all ring this damp stone chamber. The alcove in the north, you can go ahead and move in, it's fine. The alcove in the north, which has like this watery square up here, actually contains a large glass tank filled to the brim with some sort of liquid, and there's a goblin's corpse floating in the water that looks like it's wearing outdated servant's clothing. And it's just floating in the water. And then there's like a semicircular table full of tools, old papers, and a book open right in front of the tank. And so in the immediate apparent, doesn't appear to be any sort of like things here that are attacking you or dangerous. So you can go ahead and move in and let me know what your characters would do in this room.
I'm doing detect magic.
Okay, you do the detect magic, and you 100% get a ping of magic sense in this room. Nulara, you had
magic.
Yeah, Nulara, you moved up to this corner, right? And as you look into that alcove, you can see like there's some like scattered stuff, but like sitting on this shelf is a small doll, and I'll share a picture of what it looks like.
Oh.
It's small, right? It, like you could hold it in the palm of your hand, basically. It's a small doll that's missing arms and legs, but it looks roughly equivalent to like the body of like a small goblin. Would you like to pick it up or take it, or do you want to leave it alone?
There's a creepy doll over here. Is this where your magic's coming from, Hal?
It's coming from all over this room.
Yeah, he can't pinpoint the magic. He can only detect the presence of it or not.
If you take it with, I can tell you if it is magic as we go away.
That's a good point.
You know?
All right, I will shiver a little bit and pick it up.
Okay.
To have,
you pick it up in your hand. It doesn't hurt or bite or move. It's full of like straw, and it just hangs like lifeless in your arms.
I've never been a fan of dolls, and then I show it to everyone.
Mukta does not like dolls.
Yeah.
Maybe Rin would enjoy this one. I don't know.
Yeah, so you pick it up and you show it to everyone, right? And as you're holding it up, and you're seeing the backside of it for the first time, you actually notice the back of it. It almost has like a bit of a cavity, like an indentation in its back that kind of runs most of the size of it. It looks like it could fit something in there.
I'll try and check to see if like it's powered by the same. If there's a stone in it, if there's like a black stone in it.
There isn't. Like, it looks like maybe the black stone you have, or the black stone that you found on Mr. Beak, is approximately the same size and could fit in this, but there's not one currently in there. But it looks similar to the indentation that Mr. Beak had on its back.
Perhaps this stone we sold is supposed to go in here? No? Who did we sell it to?
Oh,
Your
yeah.
friend?
The onyx? I don't think we sold it.
I don't think so either. I think we still have it. Do not put it in there.
Well, because there was the onyx you pried out of the necromancy table. That one's much bigger. That definitely wouldn't fit in this. But I don't know if you guys ever sold the one you got off Mr. Beak. Does anyone have it on their inventory?
I don't think I have it.
An onyx, but the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
I think we sold the other one.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
So
sold
if you
one
sold it,
onyx.
you would have sold it to Rin, right?
Yeah.
Or the creepy mage guy?
No, we didn't sell anything to him.
Yeah, I think we did. You're right. We sold it to Rin, and we just have
That's
the
right.
bigger one now. So
Nulara sold her soul to the...
yeah, so we could borrow it from Rin. Tell Rin to stick it in there.
To the sturdy shield.
Watch it kill her.
We can sell this to Rin, saying that it's a matching set. More money. Huh?
Oh, that's true. We can tell her to test it out so that she can see that what we were saying is true.
Unless it kills her. Then we
Oh,
won't
yeah,
have no
that's
more
true.
money.
We'll be there. We'll make sure she won't die.
Yeah.
Trying
Trying to look up the gem and how much it was worth, because I don't remember if you guys actually sold it. You probably did.
It was
Are
only
these
worth like
books?
4 gold or something.
Oh yeah, books.
Right. I don't think the gem was worth too much. Yeah, there's not a lot of books here, but there's one book that's open, and it's right in front of that like tank. So somebody can go over there and try to sort of like look over the book. The title of it, I mean, it looks old. It doesn't. You'd have to like close it or like pick it up to look and see if you can match one off of Morleyben's list.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try and cross-reference his list with the books that are on here, and then just start putting some in my backpack.
Okay. Well, there's only the one book in here, right? It's the one open book on the
it's just that
table.
one.
Yeah. And if you look at it, this one doesn't look like it actually has a title. It looks more like a personal journal of some sort. And it's written in Undercommon. So anyone who can read Undercommon can try to read this book and figure out what it's all about.
I can't understand this.
What does
How?
it say?
I don't know. Do you understand?
It's written. Are there music? Is there sheet music in there? Is that
I-
what you read?
I'll show the book to Hal. Do you understand any of this?
Yeah, can't you? Everybody knows this.
No.
It looks like a lot of like diagrams and weird scrawlings and like not quite like a spell book, but some sort of like journal of experiments. So if you want to spend some time, you could read through the book, Hal, and see if maybe you can figure out what it's all about. But
I will
take
look
a good
over,
like 10 minutes or so of flipping through it.
I'll look over like half a page, and if it doesn't seem interesting, well then, I say, perhaps we should save it for later. There's really not much in here that is interesting, unless you tell me there is.
You look over half a page, and it's a lot of weird, like, arcane scribblings, and a lot of, like, there's a lot of, like, arcana and occultism tied into this book. And looking at the book that's open and the body in front of you, it seems to be some kind of notes related to this floating goblin in the tank. So whether that's interesting to you or not, you let me know.
Absolutely
but that's what you see in
not.
that half page. Okay, then you can just put it away for later.
Okay, it's just a bunch of somebody scribbling some notes. You were right to say you could not read. I could not read half of it, anyways. Just a bunch of mathematical equations and such. Not really very interesting.
So if you want to write like, scientific journal or something and add it to your inventory so you remember you have it, or put it in your notes or something, then you could do that.
Glance over and say, "Oh yes, of course, everyone can read that."
So Mukta and Clovis, while Nulars and Hal are kind of doing that, you guys have a bit of a beat here to let me know what you guys are doing in this room.
First thing I would like to do is, given the knowledge that I just got from opening the door and the number of tumblers and the position, I want to think back on the key and see if it would fit that door.
Okay. Are you holding the key, or does Nulara have it?
Nulara. I'm just trying to think back on what I saw the key.
Give me a crafting check. Given the position of the teeth on the key and the way you did it, and yeah, you're pretty sure that the key that Nulara had would work on this door.
At the moment.
Just looking at the doll.
And Clovis, what would you like to be doing during this time?
I'm just investigating, just looking for anything that looks out of place or catches my eye that
Okay.
would be
Why don't you
interesting.
give me a straight perception check on this one, and then if we find something interesting, we can narrow it down.
Straight perception. Okay.
15. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of like I mean, the giant floating goblin in the tank is interesting and constantly catches your eye. And you spend a little bit of time kind of going through the alcoves and seeing if there's any other cool stuff, but other than, you know, that like doll and some loose papers that don't mean much, you don't find anything that immediately jumps out to you as interesting, other than all the very interesting stuff that's here, but nothing that leads to anything other than more information for you.
Right.
Like no secret doors, no hidden compartments, no anything like that as you search around the room. Okay. So, you know, about 10 minutes to go by as you guys are doing all this, 10 or 15 minute. And then we're at like the next story beat of exploration. So do you guys want to explore this room some more? Or do you want to move on to like the next room?
Okay, so I'm assuming that if we found the servant's quarter, this is probably the study of its master.
We'll go around the walls to make sure there's no more secret compartments, maybe secret doors.
Yeah, you want to spend like the next bit of time like giving it a good once over.
Mm-hmm.
Because we kind of like round everything to like 15-minute chunks, right? Or like 10 or 15-minute chunks. So we'll just move to the next 15 minutes. If you want to spend the next 15 minutes going around and giving it a very good, thorough search, that works. So go ahead and give me a perception check, Mukta. Because like if you do like, you know, if you're doing like searching, it very specifically calls out like how big of a space you can cover. 19, you give it a pretty good once over. Looking through the room, looking at all the alcoves, any kind of secret things. As you spend this 15 minutes, you're pretty sure there's nothing. Although the thing, I guess, with a 19, as you look closer at the goblin floating in the liquid, you're not sure how long it's been here, but you know this ruins in Belcor, like, kind of created it like 500 years ago. The corpse looks very, very fresh. Way more fresh than you would expect anything that's been dead for like more than a month. And it hasn't decomposed at all.
Do I smell the same pickling aroma as in the barrel?
Surprisingly, no. It doesn't have that like vinegary, briny taste that the other room had.
Well, I don't think he's pickled, that's for sure.
All right. Clovis, Nular, Hal, we have like this other exploration beat if you guys want to do anything else in this time while Mukta is kind of searching around.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna look around too.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Look for more dolls.
Yes, if you can find more dolls. I'll have to go back and check in the earlier episodes to see if you actually did sell that
no
thing.
Dolls.
Yeah. Nope. You don't find anything. I mean, nothing more than Clovis or Mukta have already kind of found looking around the room. Hal and Clovis? Anything else? We're spending the next like 15 minutes here in this room, so at the very least you should at least...
Yeah, might as well. I'll
search
do
around.
another investigation. Still same thing. I'm looking for any secret doors or something, again, that stands out that I may have missed.
All right, give me a perception check for that. And Hal? Ooh, nice.
26.
Close.
Hey, nice.
If he says nothing, I'm going to be like, what?
I'll pull Nulara, please follow me.
Oh, okay.
And we'll move out of the room and
Well-
have my detect magic up and see if that doll does anything.
Oh, yeah.
Nular can't really do that because she's already spent this chunk of time searching the room, you know? But like during that time, you could pull her away for a minute to figure this out. As you pull her away and kind of use that like sense as she moves in and out close to you, the doll does seem to put off a magical sense for sure.
That's it.
Hey, come back, guys. It's freaking dark in this room now.
Oh, sorry.
He left him in dark.
I can't see anything.
So Clovis, yeah, they only pull away for a second. So Clovis, you're searching, and you get down to this little alcove here, and there's like this old shelf with a bunch of like, you know, tools and stuff on it. Which you in your first pass you didn't really give it much look. You opened it; they look like old rusted tools. The second time you kind of come through here and open it and look, you notice something weird, which is one of the tools seems more secured to the bottom than the rest. Like it's not loose like all the other tools.
Okay. So can I give it a pull and see what happens?
Sure. So you reach down, you pull the pull, and you give it a yank. And as you do, you feel it like almost like attached to the bottom of the tool case with some sort of like cable. And you pull it up, and the whole room, like you hear everyone in the room hears a clicking noise, as like Clovis like yanks this tool attached to some kind of cable over here. Which
shit. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, for like a split second, you're worried, about the whole idea of setting off a trap or something, and then right then, as you pull the click, the wall kind of behind or next to the shelf like swings open just enough, and you've revealed the secret door right in front of you.
Hey guys, come look. There's a secret door over here.
When you
Shine.
find that, my friend, I was hoping you would see what I saw.
Yeah. When I heard that click, I was like, I should have Mukta check for traps. I think
Oh,
I
no.
I think I shit myself a little bit on that one.
No one can tell. Okay.
I
I
can't be
cannot tell, my friend.
Yeah, I smell so bad anyways. Nobody can tell.
Oh no. He's...
Do you do
So
that
take-
in the woods?
Take 10 experience points for finding this secret door. And you know what? Take 10
Hey.
experience points also for finding that secret alcove earlier. So add 20 experience points.
Hey.
430.
Oh, add 10
Alright.
more for picking the lock. So 30.
Hey.
So 440.
Yeah, all these little things that are like, I'm forgetting the reward. So add them all
Keep
up.
going, keep going.
I know.
I think that's it for now.
Another 10 points for shitting yourself. 450.
But there is a secret door that like it's cracked open and like there's no light behind it, so you'd have to push it open, but it doesn't appear like any sort of light streaming.
Who wants to go in there first? Do we want to send Musha in there, or Mushi, or does Orla, New Arla? Do you want to take the lead?
Where was it? Where's the door that you found? I'll
Right.
shine a light on it. Right,
Right here.
here?
Maybe put the light, and I'll try to
Yeah.
see what I can see.
It's
although,
not letting me.
There's no door.
I know.
might have
I
to
know.
You might have to unsecret the door, Steve.
Might have to
I
ask
thought
the
I
DM.
did.
Oh, here,
Are
I
you not
found
seeing it?
something.
Oh, we're going
Oh.
the wrong way. Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, it's to the east.
It should be
There
to the east of you, Nular.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Mukta? I can't get in.
No, I'm not
You-
seeing it.
The door's closed
Right.
right now, so did you click it?
Right
Can you-
there.
Do you see the door icon?
No.
No.
No, I just saw it crack. Whatever you did, there was a little light.
Okay, that's
But now
interesting.
it's like can't see the lock or anything.
All right, so this is
Oh, there you go.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. So as you open the door and look down, again, it's a secret staircase that seems to lead and descend down deeper into the depths. You guys have a knack for finding staircases down.
We gotta pick a staircase at some point,
Going
guys.
Down.
I'm not sure there's anything else that doesn't lead further down unless we want to go back up and go down that one step that was on the secret door. It's, two secret doors, one not so secret. Let's go down the secret. Let's go down this one since we're here.
Yeah. So if
Okay.
you think about like how you are, right? On the surface level, you found 2 staircases down. One was secret in the main building, and one was not so secret in this sort of secondary house, right? So now you guys go down 1 level. You're already on the 2nd level down. So this one takes you down to the 3rd level, whereas the previous one you found like near the lighthouse, that would take you back to the 2nd level. So the question is, do you want to go down to the 2nd level or do you want to go down to the 3rd level? You know what I mean?
Maybe we should go back to the 2nd level.
You
For
can
some
definitely go
reason,
down
I
here. I'm
get
not saying not to, but like just keep in mind that you're already 1 level down, so this takes you even further.
I'm getting a weird intuition from something. I'm not sure. Maybe we go to the other one. I mean,
Have
Mukta,
a
you
weird-
found the door.
The general guideline for these first few levels is level 1 should be on level 1, and level 2 should stay on level 2, and level 3 should be on level 3. That's the general rough guidelines. So you can go down to level 3, just know you're kind of punching up. And there's harder encounters on level 2 than 3, and some on 3 are harder than 2, so it's not 100% that clear cut. But as a general rule, just to warn you guys as players, going down to level 3 at level 2 is going to be like a risky move. A pro gamer move.
I still vote for the Swamp Dragon lair personally, but if we want to explore the ruins, maybe we check what's on the second level of the main building. Yeah? This does not seem to be connected. At least not on this level.
Yeah, I'll take you guys back up then.
We can come back and explore that later. We now know where it's at.
As we're leaving, I'll be the last one to go out of the room. Nulara, do you have that key for a moment?
Yeah.
Perfect. I take the key, close the door, just in case, and I lock the door.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
It works and it snaps shut. You were able to unlock it without like damaging the lock or anything, so you're able to snap that door back shut and you lock it again?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then you guys head back up the staircase.
Thanks. You can have this back now.
Oh, okay.
So as you guys kind of move up out of the depths back to the surface, you can still see that like the Gauntlight rune has that like slightly reddish tint, dim glow being put off. But for the I think for the first time, wait, what's wrong with? Oh, I don't think you're. Okay, yeah, I'm not really sure. It's so dark here. I saw him given token vision or to Mukta here, so let me fix this token too. Okay. But yeah, Nulara's the only one with light, so Nulara will have to come out and lead the way. Yep.
Light.
And I think for the first time as you kind of move out ahead, like Hal's the first one to see it. So off here on the western side of the map, there's this glowing yellow light that is dancing over this sort of like rickety dock that you guys had never seen before. And it like swirls in on itself and it does this weird pattern. It's just very mesmerizing.
That's a bit weird. We didn't see it when we came in, but I mean, we go that way and check the boathouse.
DM, would I be able to use spirit lore to try to
absolutely
maybe know what this is?
Sure. Yeah, you have spirit lore?
Player wise, yeah. Mukta is going to try to figure out. Richard doesn't want to go anywhere near that thing.
Sure. Yeah, make a lore check, a spirit lore check.
Oops.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No.
That looks interesting, Halamri. Maybe we should go check it out.
Lights.
Yeah, you I mean, there's so many spirit and light creatures that you're not sure if this even is a creature or some sort of like, it could just be some random swamp gas. There's no sign that this is actually a living creature as far as you can tell.
Way to the swamp dragon's lair. Maybe we should check it out.
Isn't the boathouse the swamp dragon's lair? Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it seems to correspond with the map you drew,
Ooh.
right? This sort of building down here, this boathouse.
There's a door here.
Mm-hmm. There's a door on this boat.
Light or go to the secret staircase. I'm up for either. I mean, it's just a swamp light, so.
Where was the secret staircase again?
In the main building where you punched the ghost.
Oh. Okay.
Something about the Founder keeps like hogging all my resources tonight.
Oh, Mukta, there's the swamp. You gonna go swimming again?
Can you hear me or am I frozen on you guys' side? Frozen.
So
Right,
true.
like a
We gotta
Okay.
pick something.
Finally, my Foundry keeps like shooting up to like 100% CPU and like freezing my computer for like 30 seconds at a time. So I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I've been frozen for about 30 seconds.
Oh,
Mukta unlocks the door if it was locked.
The
No,
boathouse
not
door.
really, but he's going to look.
Okay. Make a perception check to check it out.
All right.
Does not appear locked, and like even so much that the door is mostly rotted away, and you can kind of even see through the cracks of it to what's inside. You're pretty sure if you just gave this a solid tug, the whole thing would fall off. It's definitely not locked and doesn't appear to be trapped.
Quietly dismantle the door.
Okay. Give me that crafting check to see how quietly it is. And as you dismantle the door, natural one for a second again. Yep. You take the door apart nice and quiet. Just a few loose wood and tugs. So in this little room, this little boathouse, it's like a ruined boathouse. It says the southern portion of this stone-walled building has collapsed into rubble, exposing what remains of a boathouse to the elements. So it's kind of open to the sky. The shelves and boats within have decayed into heaps of rot and moss. And then you look at the campfire. There's like a little spot for a campfire like in the middle of the room. And the embers look relatively fresh. Fresher than almost anything that you've noticed at the Gauntlet so far.
I turn back to the group. I think there's someone using this building.
like, do you think it would be those people that I forgot her name was asking us to look for?
That's right. Her friends, perhaps. Maybe
Yeah,
they can unearth something there.
Yenya Samara was her name.
Yin.
Yenya.
Oh.
The head of the Thieves Guild.
So signs of life. Okay.
Yeah. If somebody wants to take a bit of time and look at the campfire, you might be able to see how fresh the campfire is.
Yeah, I will definitely be investigating.
Yeah.
Any magic?
No magic here, no. You can give me a probably like a survival check.
All right.
Unless you have a recall knowledge. If you have a lore skill on campfires, that would work too.
Surprisingly not.
You'd put the embers here at probably between 1 to 2 weeks. Like, this is not fresh. This is not from the night before, from today, but it's definitely not old. So sometime in the last 7 to 10 days, you would think this campfire burned.
Does it track with the information that we got from Yin?
It does.
Rin? Oh,
Because
shit.
she says it's been like around a little bit less than 2 weeks since they went missing.
You say that Rin sent you to search for some people? Not Rin.
Yin
Mera.
is here. Mm-hmm.
You think-
Oh, she's from the Rowdy Rockfish. Never mind.
Yes. She was the head of the Thieves Guild.
Was
And-
this before
The
met up with you
Crooksnook,
guys?
actually.
Oh, good point.
Oh,
Crooksnook.
Oh, I thought she told Mukta too.
Because Mukta and Clovis weren't with you guys when you made that deal.
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
were.
They
Good.
came after you made that deal.
So
You,
you're looking for
forgot to-
people as well.
Yeah, you forgot to tell us. That was part of what we should be doing.
Sorry, I've been so
Mhm.
preoccupied by all the lights and the ghosts. But yeah, the owner of the Rowdy Rockfish, while we were having dinner there this one time, she offered us money in exchange for finding her friends. We'll get more money if they're alive, but this is the closest thing to a lead that at least Hal and I have found so far in relation to that quest So
Rockfish, the quiet inn where we're staying at now.
where's she from? Is it from the
She's from the Crook's Nook.
or
Yeah.
Never mind. Crook's Nook.
That was where you guys stayed
Interesting.
the first night.
You
Makes
think
sense.
they maybe went down to the Swamp Dragon's lair then?
For treasure? I don't know. Maybe.
The way it was described was like the thieves had a lead that there was a treasure below the island. And so they were gonna, try to check it out.
Was there how many people were there missing or we're supposed to look for?
Do you remember, Nilar?
No, not really. It's just in my notes that it
4.
says look for people.
4?
Okay, 4.
Yeah, 4.
There was 4 of them.
Okay.
So, but they definitely look like they've been here, but there's no sign of them. There's no like left belongings here. There was like signs of like a camp, and people probably camped out here for at least one night. But beyond that, it's a closest lead you guys have had to them for sure.
If they went down somewhere where we just came from, I don't think anyone has been there for quite some time. Given all the secret doors and locked doors. So
Yeah.
maybe we should check that main.
The staircase
sounds-
from where I punched the ghost?
Yes.
What do you mean? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Unless the blood has eaten them or killed them.
Always
There's
a
also-
possibility.
If you're interested in like maybe finding leads on where these people have gone as well, just as an option, you could try to look for any sort of like footprints or signs of where they might have gone after they left here, right?
That's
You know,
what I was trying to do, like with investigating the room kind of thing.
Right, yeah. Like within the room, you've only found like you didn't find like we found like the campfire and stuff like that. There doesn't appear to be any signs of where they went in this room. But if you were to maybe go outside and try to investigate the surrounding area, you might have better luck. If that makes sense. So if you want to make another survival check on the outside, you definitely could. And anyone else
Is
that
any-
wants to either help or
Anyone
do
else
checks.
proficient in the art of tracking?
I mean, under my spare time, I frequently make tracks and layer them together in a symphony.
Oh,
Nice.
So
Oh,
survival
oh,
would
oh,
be
All right, everyone, have a nice night.
oh,
survival tracking.
Oops.
Survival would be tracking.
Yeah, survival.
I'm not an expert, but I am trained if you wanted me to give it a shot.
Ooh, no,
I think we
that's
should both give it a
21.
try then.
Ooh, can I give guidance to Clovis?
Sure. Yep. So plus 1
Lara
on
does
that for
have-
Clovis.
Lara does have the shield with the light on it, so it does kind of make sense she would see more.
Yeah, because she whatever she's following, she's focusing, and you guys are like forced to like catch just the edges of the light. So there is like a mess of footprints here. As a group collectively, you kind of see they lead like out the door, and they lead almost towards the shoreline, like towards the swampy edge of the water. And like Mukta and Clovis kind of like lose their track around there, but Nulara is able to kind of track it a bit further. Just on the banks of the shore, you catch a few muddy footprints, and they seem to head back towards the pier, but like almost on the bank, like they're going down under the pier. And also, while you're here, you also see this boat that's tied up. Also, now that you're close enough to get a good look at it, it looks much newer in construction than a lot of the boats in the boathouse that were like rotting away. This boat looks pretty pristine.
it looks
There's
like
light.
from what I could gather, it seems that they went underneath the swamp. They swam down.
If it's truly been a week since they've been heard from, I think we should search for them first, no?
That's true. We could try this boat from. It seems to be in working order.
Mukta's going to get on all fours and check underneath the dock.
Okay. With the help of New Lara's light kind of like shining, as you kind of crawl underneath and take a peek, there does appear to be like almost like a large cavernous cave-like opening that's big enough for an adult-sized person to crawl down. And so you can see like there's basically like where the swamp water is, it kind of like meets almost at like the level. So when there's a little bit of like tide or whatever, it splashes over the edge and down, and you can hear like the splashing of water down below. So there is a person-sized hole that's big enough for you guys to comfortably sort of descend down into. From what you can see with New Lara behind, you can catch just the glimpse of it. You're not sure how far it goes down. You'd have to get the light source a little closer, and you have to kind of wade down into the muck, so to speak. But there's definitely a hole here. Right where your map, New Lara, says Swamp Dragon's Lair.
Oh. Wait, I had to reload my my game.
Yeah.
Do you need some light over there, Mukta?
Yes, this seems to be a cavern opening of some sort.
Yeah, so, you know, you can wade down and kind of stand behind him and hold the shield up and point it down. Yeah, it seems to go down quite a bit. Probably it descends about 20 or 30 feet down, and then the light hits what appears to be like a second level of like swampy water that like this swamp water kind of splashes over into. So it's like a little bit of a cave, a break in the water, and then you're going to descend and have like a 10-15 foot drop down into some water.
Looking down on it and looking at the water, can I use cavern lore to see if that water has been stagnant
what's
there
the
or
yellow
it's
things
moved
down
further
there?
down?
There's a cave over here, you guys.
Anything we need to more secret doors? Anything we need to follow?
Yeah, the footprints seem to lead over this cavern right here.
Go ahead and make me a cavern lore check while you're doing that, Mukta. Because you were asking about like if there's anything about the cavern work you can understand or know. Ooh, very nice. So you're asking specifically about like the danger of the water, or just?
I just want to know like if it seems like it's stagnating there, or if I get a sense that it's flowing down further, like if this leads down further into more.
Given the way this formation, it seems to be more of a stagnant pool of water down below. It probably connects in more places than just this. Like this, the way this water seeps down, there's probably lots of like little porous kind of caverns in the area that flow down there. But I think like with your cavern lore and like the formation of this tunnel doesn't look perfectly natural as you're looking at it. It definitely looks like it was natural in some sense, but it's been widened, worked on artificially. Yeah.
Recently or in the past?
No, definitely over time.
Okay.
Definitely not like a fresh thing. But given the nature of how it's carved out, it doesn't look like it was carved out with tools or somebody working with, you know, hand tools or anything like that. It's more probably some kind of creature over time burrowed it or clawed it out. And it's consistent with the notion of like the swamp dragon you've been hearing. Although if you know like the size of dragons, there's no way a dragon's going to comfortably squeeze through this space. But right. So I think with that in mind, you probably lean towards this is probably like an entrance layer to like a drake, not a dragon necessarily, but a smaller dragon, right? A drake.
Mukta,
yes.
What do you see down there?
This cavern opening, it doesn't appear all quite natural. Something burrowed either in or out quite a few times over the years.
Maybe
if this... Go ahead.
Perhaps that's where our friends from the boathouse went to, or at least got dragged away to. I think we should have a look.
I think so. I think if this is your friend, the boss's swamp dragon, He was a little creature. I think maybe this is not a actual full-size dragon we're dealing with.
Okay, let me know what you find.
I think we have to go further down, and without your lights, I will not be able to see.
Okay, Nulara, you go with them.
Okay, you might
We can
be
send
able to see her.
Mushi down if you guys want. If you're scared,
Laura, what do you think
we
of
can
that
maybe
idea?
down there.
I really don't want to send Mushi down anymore. He's a baby.
Clovis, Nulara says that you should definitely send Mushi down.
No.
We can do it. I have we can scout with him.
No, Mushi's done enough for tonight. Give me a little bit of light, and I'll work along the edge of it and make my way down.
How about I'll come with you.
Yes, but like 40, 50 feet back, so I'm at the edge of the light.
Oh, okay.
I can move some lights in there from back here. If
Oh,
that's what you
yeah.
think is better.
Put the dancing lights in there. Good idea. Leave the big light out here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops.
So the dancing lights kind of flitter down just to give
Music
enough
Man
light.
plays his music and the lights dance. Very nice.
It's so nice. It's actually so. The aesthetic of the lights is so calming.
Yep. And so they
you have a light further away in the swamp. You might want to bring that one over here as well.
it's still dancing off in the distance. Mesmerizing.
I can send Mushi to go get it and bring it back to us.
No.
So
Hey, as long as it's your decision, Clovis, not mine.
as the lights kind of filter down, you can see that this little like kind of cavern probably only it's only like 7 or 8 feet in, so you don't have to go very far. And then at the end of it, you can see like a bunch of gnarled roots have kind of like grown out of it and like drip down, so it almost has built-in like laddering. You could like climb in and descend down the roots into the water. But interestingly, now that the lights go in, you can see better. There is this sort of like pulley and cable system right at so the cave goes down and it descends, but there's anchored right at the edge of it, the end of like this rope system. And you can't see without the lights going in a little further where it goes to, but there does seem to be some sort of like pulley system here, which is weird.
Can I move them in further?
Sure. So now you push them down further into the room, and you can see it opens up this sort of like cavernous space, Mukta, which is might be easier if I just drag your tokens to show you what it looks like. So let me do that real quick. So you're gonna have 2 tokens for a second while I get this set up. So go ahead and put your focus down here. I'll move these tokens for a second. Okay. So you kind of descend down this like cavern from like the north side of here, right? And as the lights filter down, you can see Mukta. It's just this flooded chamber, and the pulley system seems to go from the edge of this opening all the way to this like land bit on the south side. And it's kind of this built-in kind of rope and pulley where if you were to, grab it, you could either climb down it, or possibly the way it's set up, it would just like you just held on and let go, it would just descend you down there. You know what I mean? So getting down doesn't seem to be too hard, but getting back up might be a little more challenging. But the water down here is very stagnant and foul smelling. So,
what do you see?
It's a bit of a system rigged up where we can take a rope down further into the depths. Does this look new, or is it any like rot on or anything on it?
No, looking at it closely, it's definitely old. It looks like it's holding. It hasn't fallen to disrepair, but this thing is not newly designed at all. Like it's pretty ancient. I would say, like, looking at it though, There's some signs that it has at least been used recently. There's no like layer of dust over it. You can see where the rope has freshly frayed a little bit. So someone has at least used it within the past few months.
I think the people your friend sent you to look for used this rope to head further down.
Perhaps, can you see a clean way to navigate and walk down?
Of course, just come on in.
Do I
The
believe him?
passageway is only big enough for like, one person to be in the opening at a time. So you'd have to like move out of the way for him to go. You're small though, so you might be able to squeeze to the side to show him. So
Do I believe him that it's not dirty?
Make a deception check, Mukta, against Hal's passive perception, which is 17. Oh, you just meet his thing, so there's just enough
Wait, sorry,
sarcasm in his voice.
Hold on. Let me see if I'm trained. I was using the wrong sheet.
Oh, yeah, you used the backup character. So you rolled a 17.
+4.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you do believe him that there is a path. He's lying to you, but he's lying in a convincing way to be your passive perception. So
Are we going down there? I mean, I don't want to get dirty. It smells
Fine.
funny.
I mean, the deception lasts long enough for you to get up and look, and then you just see this stagnant swamp pool with a rope precariously dangled across down to a ledge some, 30 feet south of you. So, I mean, really the choice is, if we want to go in this way, it's either, you could climb down the roots into the water, no problem. You could try to, like, use this pulley system to like, descend yourself. Either having somebody on top, like, guide it, or just like free grab it and like let it like swing down. It would not be much as long as the rope holds. Or we can backtrack and go a different way.
Yep, or we can send Mushi in to scout if you're up for that, if anybody's worried about getting hurt or stuck or
dirty.
or dirty.
If there are people down there who may need aid, I think we should head down there. If they've been down there a week, every second counts.
I agree
Agreed.
with Mukta.
And we did not see any tracks back out, right? Only in. So
From what I
maybe they are down
gathered,
there.
yeah. Are there any more tracks down here? I know it's swampy. Oh wait, are we already down?
You're
Sorry,
just
I was
looking. You're like just looking down this like looking down this like hole.
Oh, okay.
There might be some tracks like on like Mukta has kind of ascertained that maybe somebody's used this rope pulley system recently. So there's nowhere to leave tracks. It's just water as far as you can see. So the only place it could possibly be would be on the southern shore. But from this far away in this like flittering light, it's hard to see. You don't see anything from this far, at least.
Well,
Okay.
Sorry, what, Hal?
Okay, let's go. You said
Okay.
there's a what?
There's a pulley system in here. If you're worried about getting dirty, I can.
You can carry me,
Yeah.
like my knees and the crooks of your arm, along with my shoulders. Okay.
Okay. Come on.
Take a piece of cloth and I go down the rope.
You're gonna go first,
Ugh.
Mukta?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
carrying Hal.
Yep. So let's do Mukta's first. So this is gonna be, so if you just hang on to it without anybody like counterbalancing, you're just gonna fall down like just by holding steady, right? So in that case, there's not a climbing check. It's just a straight sort of athletics check to hold on. So I'm just gonna make the DC a 10 for you to be able to hold on to this, Mukta.
Athletics.
Acrobatic. Oh yeah, sorry, athletics.
I wanted to try something cool, but never mind. I think this is a better way.
Parkour.
I was gonna see if I could climb on the rope and then climb down and on all four. Like
Well, you definitely
walk
could.
the rope?
Like a type.
If you had somebody at the top hold it like steady, like if you had like Nulara hold it so it wasn't like free falling, then you could do the four person like climbing thing. But that would take us back to a climbing check and not just a holding on check, right?
Okay, so the rope's not like tight, right? It's not taut.
No, it's loose. If you put it and hang, you just start sliding down.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to like tie.
It's like it's looped around this little pulley system, and you could like ferry stuff up and down pretty easily.
All right.
Mukta,
So athletics.
Mukta, remember, there is no try, just do.
All right, Mukta, you kind of do the four-legged wrap slide down across the water, and like land on the far side into this little like room. And as you see it, right, it's like a small cave with the mouth into this like swampy, flooded water, and there's a couple of ruined rowboats down here, and there's a bunch of like tangled coils of rope, and the other end of the pulley system is down here. But you make it fine.
I'll immediately go down to this boat over here and hide and try to see if there's anything coming from this way.
Sure. Make a perception check and a stealth check. So who's next? We have Clovis and then Nulara and Hal in our arms.
Clovis, would you want to go down first while I have the light shining on to where I think Mukta went? Okay.
Yes, I will go.
Okay. So you do a like not a great job of hiding, Mukta, but you got a pretty good like ear out and like sensing for things. So you're on like edge waiting for some sort of watch, right? Like something coming. Okay. Nothing yet. So Clovis, go ahead and make your athletics check as you slide down the rope. DC 10.
No,
Oh.
hero point.
Hero point.
All right, let's cash in that hero point.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna get, I mean, I'd rather be that in combat, but I'll take it.
So you start sliding down and you can feel your hands like slipping, and they actually do like slip for just like a split second, and it's only with like your feet you manage to like catch yourself at the last second and like wrap your foot in, and like you do this really like awesome foot in the rope all the way down across the water, and like an awesome like ending where you just like superhero land on the far south. So there's this really cool awesome display going on.
Yeah.
And you can see Mukta hiding right there, even though he's trying to hide. Mukta, you saw this awesome thing, but here's the thing that really disconcerts you. As Clovis was sliding down this over the water, you saw ripples in the water, almost like something is beneath the surface.
Don't fall in. Ugh.
Hey, Mukta, that is how you come across the rope.
That was quite impressive, my friend.
All right, and so we have Hal and Nulara coming up next.
All right,
Now,
Hal, are you ready?
Clovis,
You go
Clovis,
first.
do you have anything sort of spell ready if he falls?
I thought she was going to carry you. I thought she said she was going to hold you in one arm.
Point.
Hal doesn't want to go down.
Oh, okay.
I can hold on to this pulley and then I can ferry you to the shore.
I got
No, that's okay.
stabilized
You go
and
ahead.
Heal. That's about
I mean,
it
it's
for that.
it doesn't look like it's new, and I don't want to fall into the muck. Go ahead and make sure you get across, and then I will try once you are across.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Maybe.
All right, Nulara, no problem, slides down across the surface and makes it all the way to the south end.
Hello, friends.
You see Clovis and Mukta kind of there. Mukta's hiding really badly behind
That's
some...
an interesting hiding spot you have there, Mukta.
Yeah. And behind Nulara, you see more and more of the ripples in the water, Mukta.
I thought Hal was coming with you.
I offered, but he didn't. He said that I should go first.
There's something in the water.
Oh shit, no. Oh fuck.
You see, like, it's hard to see through the surface of the water, but just a little bit with the, like, the stagnant water, the ripples and the light surfacing, you see a pair of eyes that look very dragon-like to you.
Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit!
Oh, can we run back across the rope quickly and get out of here?
Or we go further in. I think Hal needs to come down here now, and we go further in. This crack over here, we need to run. We need to run.
Yeah, it's big enough crack. It's another tunnel that's like definitely haphazardly made, big enough for you guys to squeeze through.
Are there stairs right here?
And there are stairs that lead up into. Now that the light's kind of there, you can see better. There's a staircase leading up a bit.
Hal!
Come on, music man.
Okay, I will have my lights go around and look around, and I'm like nervous, making sure.
Make a perception check for me, Hal. Make a perception check for me as you're about to do this.
Oh no, you never look down first. You just go.
Why would you make him look down?
Did you yell that out to him?
We're just gonna see what he notices.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, it's got a much higher stealth check than you've successfully rolled, so you don't see anything. It looks fine.
Oh shit!
I rolled pretty high, so.
Yes, you did beat its stealth check.
Yeah.
I'll move it around.
I'm just motioning like, get down here.
It beat all your passive perceptions, which was cool, but did not beat your active perception. So yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Rick.
And I'm sitting there and I'm scooting my butt across, getting ready to hold the rope, and I inch forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, "Are you sure we want to go down there? If I fall in this muck, I'm going to get dirty."
We're already here. Oh, just go. I'll catch you. I don't know how, but I'll try.
You'll catch me. What if I fall like when I first jump?
Don't do that.
Hopefully you don't. I believe in you. I've seen you you do more unbelievable things.
Clovis leans over to Mook. Does it? I think a music man's a little prima donna.
Whatever spell you have ready, Laura, take out your Morning Star. Actually, no. Get the trident. The trident.
I pull out the trident.
Uh-huh. All right. What are you doing, Hal? Are you gonna?
Okay,
are you gonna go or are you gonna stay? Because this thing's gonna pop out in a second. So wherever you want to be.
On myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I'll get ready to go and count to 10. And then go.
Yeah, make that
do it.
Make that athletics check, DC 10. So the camera shifts to like just below the water, right? And we see like rippling waterways above us and dancing lights kind of refracting through the surface of this thing. And we see the shape of a man dangling above on the end of a rope from the perspective of this dragon creature. And make that athletics check.
I'm gonna fail this so bad.
Well, that's gonna see. We're gonna see.
You got a hero point.
Oh, that's
hero point. Hero point.
Man, I was thinking the same thing about the hero point earlier.
Okay.
Oh, you have an armor check penalty on athletics checks?
You don't have a hero point anymore?
Did you buy studded leather?
Point. I have studded leather.
Oh, because you're not strong enough to carry the studded leather without a penalty, so you're feeling the effects here. So do you want to use your hero point?
Why didn't you let me carry you, Hal?
Yes.
Okay, spend that hero point.
You get
Oh my god.
Not good enough.
Fuck, are you kidding?
Okay, so you watch as like Hal starts like going down the rope, and he starts like slipping in his strength. It's like, this isn't Hal's specialty by any means, and everyone else has done okay. And you like dig in deep, and your palms get slippy, and you guys watch as about halfway across the room, Hal like slips and starts descending right down into the water. At the same time, a giant, so Hal's gonna descend like right around here, and a giant dragon-like creature bursts out of the river. I say giant, it's only a medium-sized creature, bursts free, its wings like in the air as it howls and screeches. I think I have a handout for, let's see. I should be able to have like a handout of this, but this thing pops out as Hal splashes into the water. You hit the water and you go down, like under your head even. This water is pretty deep. Like when your head goes under the water and you don't even feel your feet like touching the ground. And like you manage to stay like at the surface right as this creature emerges next to you. And so here's my question to you guys. We're at like 9:53. We started late. So is this the moment we want to cut off and pick up next week in the middle of this dragon fight, or do we want to do the fight tonight?
Fight next week.
What about next week?
Next week? Okay. Yeah, I know tonight was kind of a short episode with our technical issues at the beginning and stuff. So that's what we see is Hal falling down in slow motion as the dragon like breaks the water and brings his jaws up at Hal, and everyone like freaking out. For being like a swamp dragon, it's not nearly as big as you might have been afraid of, right?
How?
So.
Oh
let me
man,
see.
poor this. We gotta have this hanging all week.
Let's see. Journal entries. So this is what the creature looks like. It's a medium-sized creature. Just looks like a Loch Ness monster, right?
Yeah, kind of the tail there. And
Got sharp teeth. It's slightly bigger than Hal. And it like looks like it's some sort of swamp dragon. But
Awesome.
we're not going to fight it tonight. We're going to pick up next week, and we're not even going to roll initiative tonight. I want you to sweat it all week so you don't even know who's going to act first in this situation. But it is a bad situation for you, Hal, because you are swimming, and you're not exactly the strongest or the most athletic of the group. It
Yep.
is an awesome image, though, of you trying to like hold onto the rope and not actually, pulling it off. Alas, that's where we're going to end tonight's session. I don't know if you guys are going to live or die. It has home field advantage. That's definitely one thing going against you here. Okay, so wish I could remember where I kept all these. Oh, because I searched for something. Okay. Anyways, that's gonna do it for tonight, guys.
I have a rope.
Throw him a rope.
Yeah.
Attach the rope to the trident.
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, so that's gonna do it for tonight's session, guys. Thanks to Nina, Richard, Rick, Mike for playing with me. Pleasure as always. Thank all the viewers at home for suffering through our technical issues as we switch to some of these new stream setups, and we're going to refine it, and hopefully we got most of the kinks worked out, so it should be smooth next week. Which, we're one follower away. Look, 49 out of 50. We're one follower away from hitting our goal. So be the lucky 50 so we can do cool contests for you guys next week. We'll be back 7 o'clock Pacific next Wednesday as the group waits to see if they can defeat the swamp dragon that's been teased for like months now, I guess. Yeah. So
Octa finally gets to see his swamp dragon.
I
yeah.
didn't want to see the swamp dragon. I wanted to see the swamp dragon's treasure.
Well, where there's a swamp dragon, there's usually a swamp dragon treasure. Right? Isn't that
Very
the
true.
isn't that
Cool
Dragon's Gate?
equipment after this.
So, we'll have to come back next week and see what waits them just below the surface of the Abomination vaults. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye, and if you're a GM, tune into my stream on Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night.
Good night.
Oh.